we believe in our culture that something comes from nothing. Now, if something comes from nothing, then either nothing cannot be nothing, because if it were, something could not come from it, or something cannot be something, because if it comes from nothing, it could not be something. I'm not just stitching you up with words here. This is so profound, this question, that how could something come from nothing? Either nothing is not really nothing, or something is not really something. But notice that both these ideas are founded on the idea of things. In other words, this idea starts with the idea of things. And then we say there is either no thing or there is something. But if we explore these things in our experience, what are these things that we refer to? Anything, be that thing a thought, a feeling, a sensation, a perception, a sight, a taste, whatever that thing might be, and we explore it, all we find there is consciousness. Can anybody now find anything in their experience other than the knowing of it? Has anyone ever found anything in experience other than the knowing of it? So if we go deeply into experience, all we find is knowing. And it is knowing that knows this knowing. Now, knowing is neither something nor nothing. It's got nothing to do with things. So reality is neither something nor nothing. Something and nothing is an old belief it's part of the whole materialistic mindset that believes in the existence of things. Abandon the idea of things. Why? Because nobody's ever found a thing. All that is ever known is knowing. Start with knowing and see if anything other than knowing ever comes into existence. Is there any evidence in experience for anything other than knowing? Has any scientist or philosopher or astrophysicist, did Einstein or does anyone ever found anything other than knowing in their experience? Do you know what the definition of matter is if you look it up in Wikipedia? That which exists outside consciousness. It's the gist of it. Has anybody ever here had an experience that took place outside consciousness? Would it be possible to have an experience that took place outside consciousness? Oh, this is why physicists are still looking for the stuff. They've been looking for matter for 2,500 years, and they still haven't found it. They never will. It's not possible to have an experience or to find anything outside consciousness. And everything that appears inside consciousness is made of consciousness. And consciousness is the only stuff that is ever found. And what is it that finds it or knows it? Consciousness. Because consciousness is all that is there to know it. This is what it means in the Bhagavad Gita. And incidentally, Parmenides, the founder of Western philosophy, the founder of Western civilization, said almost exactly the same thing. That which is never ceases to be. That which is not never comes into existence. This idea that which is pure consciousness never ceases to be. It's not something that comes in and out of existence. It is eternal. But that which is not, a body, a self, a world, an object, a thing, that which is not, never even comes into existence. Remember, existence from the Latin ex sistere, meaning to stand out from. Nothing stands out from consciousness with its own independent existence, just like no character in a movie stands out from the screen. Just like Peter, John, and Henry never stand out from Hans's mind with their own independent existence. Nothing other than Hans's mind ever comes into existence in the dreamed world. That which is, pure consciousness, never ceases to be. That which is not never comes into existence. There is just a single, eternally present, infinite, intimate, indivisible reality, of which all of this is the play. And when something disappears, such as a thought, its reality, pure knowing or consciousness, never itself disappears. Just like when a lump of ice melts in water, the water out of which it was made doesn't disappear. And when the ice forms in a bucket of water, nothing new comes into existence. The ice is just a temporary name and form of the ever-present water. It's just an analogy. The water is just, it's not really ever-present, but in the analogy. So the ice seems to be an object with its own independent existence, distinct from the water. We call it ice instead of water, but it is just a temporary modulation of the ever-present stuff, water. The ice is a temporary name and form. The ice seems to come into existence, and it seems to go out of existence, but its reality, the water, doesn't come in and out of existence. That which is never ceases to be. That which is not never comes into existence. And this is what the Sufis mean. They express it in religious language when they say, wherever the eye falls, wherever you look, there is the face of God. It's a religious way of saying whatever we see or whatever we experience is the face of God, is an appearance of this infinite, indivisible, ever-present reality. And all that is necessary is to recognize that and then to lead a life to the best of our ability that is consistent with that understanding.